Mental health is just as real as physical health. But because it's so abstract, we can't actually touch the wounds of our psyche, and so it's harder to materialize the stuff that's going on inside our heads. Nowadays, I'd be lying to you if I said I don't know quite a few people who have suffered and are suffering with mental health issues.
To give those children the extra help that they require. Keep your hands up.
Anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts have come up, senses of hopelessness, lack of self-belief and willpower, and the list goes on. In 2021, it's becoming more socially acceptable to speak out about how you feel, and I think that's a great thing, and obviously it takes a lot of courage to do so. However, I also find it really difficult to figure out which people are the genuine ones, who are actually looking for real support, and who are the ones who are just attention seeking. There is no rulebook, there are no guidelines, and I think the world we live in is currently still trying to catch up with the constantly evolving psyche that we are experiencing in the Western world, also developing worlds, due to technology, social media. The world we live in is currently still trying to figure out and try and get better at understanding how mental health all works and what it means. But how can we compare one person's mental health to another if you literally can't see it, can't hear it, can't touch it? If something's purely based on someone's own experiences, who's to say that they aren't making it sound worse to acquire more sympathy? Who's to say they aren't exacerbating to make it sound more horrible? And who's to say they aren't on the other side of it, making it sound not as bad so that they can avoid the attention or can avoid making their actual problem a reality? The problem is, who's to say we aren't being completely transparent with others and most importantly ourselves when it comes to explaining how we feel? Human beings are so complicated, and coming up with a fair system I would argue is almost impossible for mental health because it's completely subjective. Those who want attention will fluff it up to make it sound like it's a bigger issue. Those who don't want attention and want to avoid that are going to dumb it down. But the thing is, this kind of playing field where, people are shouting about it and then people are really suffering in silence, it's confusing for everyone else who might be in the field to try and help you. Someone like a friend or a therapist who is even trained to untangle people's psychological issues. Now that it's trending, more people than ever before are speaking out, and I think this is where things in the world get a little bit tricky, because mental health is only ever as bad as the person experiencing it believes it to be. And the more you speak out and the more you materialize your thoughts in conversations and online in Reddit forums, the more it attaches itself to who you are. The more it becomes real memories and real events in your life, real conversations with therapists that define you. We all feel bad sometimes, but who's to stop me from going online on a particularly bad day when I feel emotional and creating this massive palaver about how I feel and how bad I am and how everyone misunderstands me and exaggerate and hyperinflate everything to get my end result, which is sympathy and attention, because there is nothing stopping me. And who's to say that what I'm experiencing isn't real and is real?
What is real? How do you define real?
If there is no definitive answer. And so the one big issue I have with mental health is that it is essentially all hearsay.
Because there's no way to verify whether or not that is truthful.
It's only as bad as how that person makes it out to be, but you might not know their intentions. And their intentions, as we know humans to be complicated, might be very twisted and might be something really specific that might not need attention, and there are other people who are more deserving of time for support from others than other people might be. I could easily go and on a bad day when I'm feeling low, write about it on a forum or make a video, reach out to friends, and while that can be a good thing and is a good thing in a sense that you are comfortable talking about it, it's also, in my eyes, lowering the bar for what is suffering, what is a big enough problem in your life for you to go and talk to other people about. And that bar being lowered is a bad thing. I think normalizing mental health is essentially the world bringing the bar of their own mental health down and saying smaller triggers essentially in life will encourage you to speak out. And that's where I have a little bit of an issue, because you could say bad days could be framed as depressive episodes then, and arguments with family members could turn into big misunderstandings and huge anxiety attacks, when really it was maybe just a certain level of discomfort, etc., etc. It's so easy to speak out now and remain anonymous, and it's easy to be emotional when you feel bad, and it's easy to feel sorry for yourself when you're the person experiencing the terrible things that are happening to you. But who's to say anything about anyone's mental health? Because if they say it's true, who's to disprove it? This video will probably trigger quite a lot of people, because obviously mental health is a very real thing and is very personal. I'm not arguing that, and I'm not trying to sweep everyone under the rug and say, look, your mental health is bullshit, because I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that as mental health is becoming a trendy topic, there's going to be a lot of bullshit, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who actually suffer who agree with me. The thing with mental health becoming an issue now is that more people are going to start signing themselves up to get on antidepressants sooner. More people are going to be labeling themselves. More people are going to be putting themselves into these small little boxes that can be described in a few sentences from a medical book, and then they're going to live in them. And that's the issue. The big issue I see with mental health at the moment is defining yourself isn't a good thing. And I can see why you would do it, because it essentially removes blame from you, and also means that you don't have to do anything anymore, because you've got this problem that is out of your control, called this. And so it removes the actual work you have to do, because you're just a victim. But and it's almost similar to religion in the sense that you believe in God's will. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's a higher purpose out there, and that purpose is that depression is ruling your life and you can't do anything about it. And I think that's an issue, because there are going to be many people who are claiming to have whatever, this and that, and it's just a load of bollocks. And really, you just feel bad, and you feel bad for a very logical reason. In any case, I'm of the opinion that there are very few things in life that are in your control, but one of them is how you feel, the other is how you think, and the last is your body. And in that case, mental health, in my personal opinion, is completely in everyone's own control. If you suffer with mental health or have suffered with mental health, I hope you did or are getting the support and love and attention that you need to make yourself feel better. And that's all really. I'm not a hater. I just hate that something serious is becoming kind of trendy, and we need to start focusing so much really on ourselves and start looking outwardly. I think we'll find a lot of peace that way. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name's been thought by Zach. It was a bit touchy, but I hope I got my message across without sounding too insensitive. Yeah, I hope you have a good day. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I get uploaded next, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.